Three, two, one, go. What's up, Tube? What up, Tube? What up, Tube? What time is it? 10:38. Let's just get right into this. I want to get through Joshua this week. 1 week, one book. How long is Judges? Oh, Judges is even shorter. Judges is only 20 chapters. So we can do Joshua this week, Judges next week, and Ruth. Oh, Judges is 21 chapters. I think we could do Judges and Ruth next week. First and Second Samuel is going to be a chunk, and First and Second Kings is going to be a big chunk, and then First and Second Chronicles is another big chunk. So once we get out of Ruth, we got 3 books. First and Second. So it's actually 6 books, but Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles is this much of the Bible. This whole chunk right here is basically 3 books, but it's 6 books, but they're divided up into 2. So it's 6 books, but it's Samuel, Kings, and Chronicles. But then Ezra, Nehemiah, Job. Job's 40 chapters, but they're short chapters. Like I can go through, and I've already done studies on Job in depth. Like you see, my Job is well read. Isaiah and Jeremiah are pretty long. When we get to Isaiah, we're gonna do the whole thing. Even though when I started this, I already did half of Isaiah. I'm still gonna do the whole thing. I randomly got asked about you in my interview with Jake the other day. Oh, is that why my ears were ringing? I think it's funny how, bro, if I ever blow up someday and I have like 100,000 subscribers, chat's moving, I'm popular or something like that. If that ever happens and any of these people ask me for interviews who knew me when I had 5 people watching and never asked me for an interview, I'm going to say no. Nope, you had your chance. Nope. Now I'm going to be doing interviews with big people. Jake interview. Why would he interview you, Jalen? Why? That doesn't even make sense. I'm surprised the Bible doesn't burn you when you touch it. Yeah, okay. What's that verse in Leviticus? What's that verse in Leviticus, Seesaw? I turned right to it. Look, I turned right to it. Boom. Look, I turned right to it. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Who's Jake? Jake Hudson. I just think it's funny. Like, why would you interview Jalen? No idea who that. I mean, Jalen doesn't even like do content. I don't get it. But whatever. Leviticus 20:13. Yeah, that's what I just said. So you know it. You're acquainted with it. All right. I thought he interviewed you before. No, he's come on my stream before. Maybe he was live. I don't know. All right. Because he's like an interview guy. He does interviews. The only people who've ever asked me to like come on their show as like a guest is Stepfire and Fredo. And I was like, dang, I really want to, but it's a Monday night and um or no. What night did they do it? I think they do it Monday night, but they start late. And I so it would be or no, they do it Sunday night, and I work Sunday night. So I told him if I ever take a Sunday off, I'll let him know and I'll come on because that would be cool. And I appreciate being asked. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I don't have feelings usually, and it made me feel something. Made me feel a tingly inside. Asmodor introduced it to me. Maybe you will have the same fate. Oh, that's real Christ-like. That's real Christ-like. You're speaking ill of the dead and you're wishing death on me. That's yeah, you're such a holy guy, Jalen. You're such a great Christian. Anyways, watch it. What fate is that? He's saying he wishes that I would die. Yeah. I'm close to timing him out. Yeah, well, he'll leave on his own. He just has to get in his little jabs and then he'll dip. He doesn't want to hear about the destruction of the tribes of these evil tribes. God's destruction of these evil tribes. Oh, not on my watch. What do you say this time? Fight me. Okay. Yeah. Seesaw wielded her sword. Sorry about it, Jalen. All right, let's get into this. We're in Joshua 13. We've already read. This is going to be a bit of what's the word? It's not pedantic. It's not pedantry. It's just going to be a slog because we read chapter 12, which is the beginning of the division of the territories. And we've got that for like the next 5 chapters. There might be some little morsels of action in here, but it's not all about the action. Sometimes there's parables, sometimes there's poetry, sometimes there's stories, and they're really cool stories. Sometimes there's instructions for how to build a tabernacle. Sometimes there's division of land to tribes who just went to war with like 20 different nations and wiped them all out. And now we have to divide the land among 12 tribes. So that's what we have today. There's going to be a lot of words that I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing because I don't speak ancient Hebrew and I wasn't alive back then. I don't speak Canaanitish. So let's just get into it. We're going to try to do 6 chapters today to keep us on pace to finish Joshua tomorrow. There's 24 chapters, 6 chapters a day, 4 days. We can finish Joshua in a week. Let's get to it. Chapter 13. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years. Dude, how come Moses got 5 big old books before he got old? Joshua gets 12 chapters and now he's old. Like Joshua gets this little chunk of book. I wish we would have had a lot. I wish we would have had like Deuteronomy, Genesis and Deuteronomy. Well, Exodus is cool too, but Deuteronomy sums up Exodus. So we could just do Genesis, Deuteronomy, and then make Joshua 5 books. That's what I think. But it's the Bible. I'm not trying to change the Bible. Am I doing blasphemy, Seesaw? Let's try not to do that. Okay. Chapter 13. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years. Thanks, God. Thanks a lot, God. Joshua's like walking around. He's like, man, I'm old. I'm stricken in years. And then God looks down from a cloud and says, Joshua, you are old and stricken in years. Joshua's like, thanks, God. Real funny. Thanks a lot, big guy. That's so funny. No, Joshua was old and stricken in years. And the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. So you're not done yet. There's a bright side to this. You're not done yet, Joshua. This is the land that yet remaineth, all the borders of the Philistines, and all Geshuri, from Sihor, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted to the Canaanite. 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazathites, and the Ashdothites, and Eshkelonites, and Gittites, and the Ekronites, also the Avites. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Meara, that is beside the Sidonians, unto Aphek, to the borders of the Amorites. In the land of the Giblites, and all Lebanon toward the sun rising, from Baal-gad under Mount Hermon unto the entering of Hamath. All the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon unto Mizrapothmaim, and all the Sidonians, them will I drive out from before the children of Israel. Only divide thou it by lot unto the Israelites for an inheritance, as I have commanded thee. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance unto the 9 tribes, and half the tribe of Manasseh. Because remember, half the tribe is on the other side of the Jordan. I don't know why they split up. With whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond Jordan eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. From Aroer, that is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of Medeba unto Dibon, and all the cities of Sihon, king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, unto the border of the children of Ammon, and Gilead, and the border of the Geshurites. Dude, one day I need to just go through here and type these words up and have Google pronounce it for me. Let me see something. Aroer. Let me see if it'll do it. Because there's symbols and I don't know what they mean. Say it for me. The biblical name Aroer is pronounced Roaer. Roaer. It can also be pronounced Aroer or Aroer. According to Strong's dictionary, the name refers to 3 places near Philistine. Say it.
A 3% IRA match
ad.
with Robinhood Gold.
I don't want to
The
add.
reckoning has commenced.
Ignore the ad, guys.
How do you say it? A roar. A roar. Pretty straight.
That is not what it says. A roar? Then why is this a roar? A roar. Why is this telling me a roar? A roar. A roar. A roar. R-O-A-R. Look, the AI says it's R-O-A-R. But then the video says it's a roar. A roar.
So you think you know Wix?
Stop giving
Do
me
you really?
ads, dude.
First up, we've got
We are looking at how to pronounce these name and more. Raw.
This is not what the AI says. Anyway. So yeah, we could do that. But I don't even know if I trust that British guy. Aurora. And the children of Ammon, and Gilead in the border of the Geshurites, and the Maacathites, and all Mount Hermon, and all Bashan unto Sarkah. I think all these names are easier to pronounce in Spanish, probably. All the kingdoms of Og and Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth and in Edrei, which remained of the remnant of the giants, for these did Moses smite and cast them out. See? Moses smote the giants. So when Bricky was having his little debate with me, and he's like, well, and I said, Moses and Joshua wipe out all the giants that are left post-flood. And Bricky was like, well, what about Goliath? Goliath was not a giant. Goliath was a downline, like a leftover remnant of the line of giants. Goliath was only 9 feet tall. And there's people. What's that guy's name that we were looking at that one day who was like 13 feet tall? He was the world's tallest guy. He was a shoemaker because he had to make shoes because nobody else could make a size 28 shoe. So he became a shoemaker to make his own shoes. That guy was like 13 feet tall. He was taller than Goliath. So Goliath was not like a Nephilim or one of these types. These giants are like 15 feet tall. These did Moses smite and cast them out. Nevertheless, the children of Israel expelled not the Geshurites, nor the Maacathites, but the Geshuites and the Maacathites dwell among the Israelites unto this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave none inheritance. The sacrifices of the Lord God of Israel made by fire are the inheritance, as he said unto them. It sucks for the Levites. And Moses gave unto the tribe of the children of Reuben inheritance according to their families. And their coast was from Aroer, that is on the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of Medeba. Heshbon and all her cities that are in the plain, Dibon, and Bamoth Baal, and Beth Baal, Meon, and Jehazzah, and Kedemoth, and Mephaath, and Kirjathaim, and Sigma, and Zarath, Shahar in the mount of the valley, and Beth Peor, and Ashdoth Pisgah, and Beth Jeshmeoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdoms of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, whom Moses smote with the princes of Midian, Evi, and Rechem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, which were dukes of Sihon, dwelling in the country. Balaam also the son of Beor, the soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with the sword among them that were slain by them. And the border of the children of Reuben was Jordan, and the border thereof. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben after their families, the cities and the villages thereof. And Moses gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, even unto the children of Gad, according to their families. And their coast was Jazer, and all the cities of Gilead, and half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Aroer, that is before Rabbah. And from Heshbon unto Ramath Mizpeh. Mizpeh is an interesting word in the Talmud. What is it? Ba-Mizpeh. Mitzpah. Ba-Mitzpah. Anyway, it's a bad thing. Don't look it up. And Betonim, and from Mahanaim unto the border of Debir, and in the valley Beth Aram, and Beth Nimrah, and Succoth and Zaphon, the rest of the kingdom of Sihon, king of Heshbon, Jordan and his border, even unto the edge of the sea of Chinnereth, on the other side of the Jordan, on the other side Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of the children of Gad after their families, the cities and their villages. And Moses gave inheritance unto the half tribe of Manasseh, and this was the possession of the half tribe of the children of Manasseh by their families. And their coast was from Mahanaim and Bashan, all the kingdoms of Og, king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jair, which are Bashan 80 cities, and half Gilead, and Ashtaroth, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan, were pertaining unto the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, even to the one half of the children of Machir by their families. These are the countries which Moses did distribute for inheritance in the plains of Moab, on the other side Jordan by Jericho eastward. But unto the tribe of Levi Moses gave not any inheritance. The Lord God of Israel was their inheritance, as he said unto them. So that's just the division of the land on the other side of the Jordan for the 2.5 tribes that stayed over there. Now we got 9.5 more tribes land to be divided. So here we go, chapter 14. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribe of the children of Israel distributed for inheritance to them. By lot was their inheritance, as the Lord commanded, by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and for the half tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of 2 tribes and a half tribe on the other side Jordan, but unto the Levites he gave none inheritance among them. Very repetitive here. For the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in. Well, at least they gave them a city to dwell in. With their suburbs, for their cattle, and for their substance. As the Lord commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal. Oh, here's the part you were talking about when Caleb gets his inheritance. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses, the man of God, concerning me and thee in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to espy out the land. And I brought him word again, as it was in mine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt. But I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses sware on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children's forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord hath kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years. So he's 85 years old now. Even since the Lord spake this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old. That's 85. See, I can do math. As yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. As my strength was then, even so is my strength now, for war, both to go out and to come in. Base, dude. Caleb is 85 years old, and he's just as strong as he was when he was 40. That's like on Whatever, when they ask the chicks, do you think you're going to be more attractive in 20 years or less attractive? And they're all like delusional, and they all say, I'm going to be more attractive when I'm 40 than I am when I'm 20. And then they like roast them. But if you ask me, are you going to be stronger in 45 years or weaker in 45 years? I'd probably say weaker, right? But shoot, if you follow the Lord, if you give all your faith to God, who's to say I'm not going to be benching 400 when I'm 85 years old? Why not? Why not? I got 120 years on me, you know? Now therefore give me this mountain whereof the Lord spake in that day, and thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were there, And they were giants. It's not just the Nephilim. Everybody talks about the Nephilim. They forget there's four different races of giants: the Anakims, the Nephilims, the Shunamims, and I wrote it down in a note somewhere. Nephilim, the Ehims, no, the Emims, the Anakims, the Zamzumims, and the Nephilims. Those are the four tribes of giants. My favorite part, Caleb was a badass. I know he's an 85-year-old beast, dude. He's ready to go to war at 85. He's still just chilling. And he knows it too. He doesn't even question it. He's like, yo, I'm still as strong as I was then. Give me my land. Yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. As my strength was then, even so is my strength now, for war both to go out and to come in. I'll go to war and I'll come back from war. They ain't taking me out. I got faith. Just as strong as I was when I was 40 years old, I'm as strong when I'm 85 years old. I'm even better. The Anakims that were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, unto this day, because that he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron before was Kirjath Arba, Kirjath Arba, which Arba was a great man among the Anakims, and the land had rest from war. Anakim, Arba the giant. He did. All right, chapter 15. We're going to go to the territory for the tribe. So that's just that's just Caleb's inheritance. But now the whole tribe of Judah is going to get their inheritance. And it's going to get a little crazy here on the next page. Crazy as in lots of names. This was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Edom is the Edomites is from Esau, that was the land given to Esau, which became the Edomites. The wilderness of Zin southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward, and it went out to the south side to Maalea Akrab-bim. Maalea Akrab-bim. And passed along Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched a compass to Karkah. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt. And the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan. And their border was in the north quarter, was from the bay of the sea at the utmost part of the Jordan. I'm going to look something up real quick so we can get a visual here. Division of land map from Joshua. What is my... Oh, I joined a new Discord server, and now I'm getting all kinds of alerts. I got to turn those off. What the heck was that? Dude, is all this? Anyway. What up, gorilla? What up, gorilla? Here, let's do this. I haven't even introduced myself, and I'm gonna share my video in the self-promo section. Why not? All right. Where was I? Oh, I was finding a map. I'm going to put up a little visual here for you. Division of land, map of Joshua. Map of the 12 tribes of Israel. Joshua divides the land. This is kind of hard to read. Zebulun, Gad, Judah, Reuben, Simeon. Where's Caleb? Dan, Zobar. Okay, wait. Wait, what are the 3 tribes that... Hold on. I don't like this map. It's too hard to read. Let's find a better one. This one looks kind of cool. Let me see this. Just give me the picture. It's small. Here. Let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah. But when I zoom in, I can't read it. No, I can't read this one. This one's very bright. Where is it? I don't want to read a whole article. Just give me the picture. How long do I have to scroll before I get to the picture? I clicked on Google Images. Dude, just give me the picture that I want. Open image in new tab. There we go. I like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. That'll do just fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I like that. Gorilla Biscuits, why'd you leave yesterday? Nobody was saying nothing mean to you? What you doing, boy? All right. Check this out. Check me out. Look. We got it. Okay. So, this is the Jordan. So I think Naphtali and Asher. Oh, no. So they crossed this way? Yeah. Yeah, Reuben, Gad, and half. Man, Manasseh is a huge tribe. They got a chunk of land. So the 3 tribes that stayed on the other side Jordan, and yes, I'm talking like I've been reading the Bible. I'm not saying of the Jordan. Because in the Bible it says other side Jordan. The 2.5 tribes that stayed on the other side Jordan were Reuben, Gad, and half of the tribe of Manasseh. So this is their land. We just read about that. Now we're reading about the distribution of the tribe of Judah. This is what we're looking at right now. So Kadesh, the Dead Sea, or what they call the Salt Sea, which we were just reading about. That's their like eastern border is the Salt Sea. And then up to Jerusalem, Bethlehem. Now, these are the new names. A lot of these we're going to be looking at the old names of these places, so it's not going to match up. Like it says Hebron, but it wasn't called Bethlehem yet. It says Lachish, but some of these names are different. Look at Gaza. There's a dang Gaza Strip over there. So right now we're reading about the division of land to the tribe of Judah. And then the Simeon, they're getting a chunk of land right in the middle of Judah's land, which is odd. Where were we? In the east border was the Salt Sea. See? There's the east border, the Dead Sea. Salt Sea is the Dead Sea. And the border went up to Beth Hogla and passed along to the north of Beth Arabah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. Bohan, the son of Reuben. Bohan, the son of Reuben. See, I don't know where that is, but this is the northern reaches of it. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal, that is before the going up to Adamim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of Inshemesh, and the goings out thereof were at Enrogel. Did I skip something? From thence it passed towards Asmon and went unto the river of Egypt. East border was the Salt Sea. Okay, no, I read 5. Okay, we're at verse 8. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. So this is the northern border that they're talking about now. So there's a stone of Bohan on the side of the Jordan River, which is probably right around here. Uh-oh. And then we're going across to Jerusalem. So this is the northern border. To the top, same as Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. So that's right in here or here, somewhere in here. This is probably a mountain, a natural border. There's probably a mountain here. There is a topographical map of this, but this is more visual for you to see the division of the land. Hormonal trying to lay low. Don't make excuses for being a woman, Seesaw. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron, and the border was drawn to Baalah, which is Kirjath Jearim. See, so these names, let's zoom out. There we go. So these names aren't showing because these are the old names. And the border compassed from Baalah westward to Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon on the north side, and went down to Beth Shemesh and passed on to Timnah. So I think we're working our way down now. Did we talk about the Ashdod River yet? Or is Ashdod a place here? What's this river called? And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Baalah, and went out unto Jabneel, and the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. Now, this western border is not going all the way out to the sea, so this map could be a little inaccurate. According to this, the Bible, the western border is the sea, which is here. But remember, they have not captured the Philistines yet. So maybe that's going to happen in the future. In the book of Joshua, their border is supposed to go to the sea, but the Philistines are still occupied. They haven't captured the Philistines yet. And the west border was to the great sea and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, round about according to their families. And unto Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. So Caleb's land is this city. Caleb was given this whole city, Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Sheshai, and Ahiman, and Timau, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir before was Kirjath Sepher. And Caleb said, He that admitteth Kirjath Sepher and taketh it, to him will I give Aksah, my daughter, to wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Aksah, his daughter, to wife. So that's his nephew. Basically, he gave his daughter. Never mind. We're not going to go into all that, but you know, the Israelites, they like to stay close. They like to keep it, you know. What would Caleb's daughter Okay. Caleb's daughter and Caleb's brother's son would be cousins. Cousins are okay. Cousins are okay. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a little cousin love. A little cousin loving. Right? They gave away their daughters like they were candy based. So that's how it is in their family. Ew. Well, you got to think, you know, there's only so many people and you got to stay within your tribe. So as long as it's not your mother or your sister, a little cousin loving is all right, you know. He might have, might have had a cute cousin. You don't know. You don't know. I think that's safe. It's the Old Testament, guys. Give them a break. They got to populate. And it came to pass as she came unto him, you know what that means. They were getting it on. That she moved him to ask of her father's field, and she lighted off her ass. She lighted off her ass. That means she rode away on her donkey, guys. And Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. Bro, she got springs, she got land, and she got a husband. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. Here we go. This is about to get tough. And the uttermost, not tough in a good way, in the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah, toward the coast of Edom southward, were Kabzeel and Eder and Jagur, and Kinnah and Dimonah and Adah, and Kadesh and Hazor, and Ithnan, Ziph and Telem, and Bealoth, and Hasdor, and Hadattah, and Kirioth, and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam, and Shema, and Moladah, and Hazar Gadah, and Heshmon, and Beth Pelet, and Hazar Shual, and Beersheba, and Bizjothjah, Baalah, and Eim, and Azim, and Eltolad, and Chesil, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Madmanpah, and Sansana, and Lebaoth, and Shilhim, and Ain, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. It's not done yet. And in the valley, Eshtaol, and Zorah, and Ashna, and Zanoah, and Inganim, Tapua, and Enam, Jarmuth, and Adullam, Sakath, and Azekah, and Sharaim, and Adathaim, and Gedera, and Gederathaim, 14 cities with their villages. Zanan and Hadashah, and Migdalgad. It's a while. There's a lot more. And Delion, and Mezpah, and Joktheel, Lachish, and Baskoth, and Eglon, and Kabon, and Lamam, and Kithlish, and Gederoth, Bezdagon, and Naamoth, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages. Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Jiphtah, and Ashnah, and Nezib, and Kelah, and Akzib, and Marashon, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her town and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea and the border thereof. So see, Gaza was a nation. Gaza was a nation even in the Old Testament, or a city at least. The nation of Israel. It was a city, but it was in the nation of Israel. Perfect, Josh. If I ever want to break the world record for Bible speed reading, I'm going to have to go through this part a lot and like learn how to say these words quickly and like get them down pat, which is going to be a whole process in itself. And in the mountains, Shamir and Jatir and Sokoth and Danah and Kirjeth Sanah, which is Debir, and Anab and Eshtemoth and Anim and Goshen and Holon and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab and Duma and Eshaan and Janum and Beth-Tappuah and Aphekah and Humtah and Kirjatharba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Jutah, and Jezreel, and Jokdaam, and Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Halhu, Bethzur, and Gedor, and Ma'aroth, and Beth Anath, and Eltekon, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjath Baal, which is Kirjath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Arabah, Medin, and Sekakah, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt. That's an easy one. And Engedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. That's chapter 15. Okay. So we got the tribe of Judah. Only 8.5 more tribes to go. I told you guys this is going to be... Today is not Will's Point in the house. No name. A few in Texas. I live in Texas, and I know some people in Arkansas who are closely related. Bah, ha, 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 ha. Are they cousins? Are they Israelites? Do you have a mouthful of peanut butter? You try reading this out loud. Oh, what language is this? It's a mix between Canaanite and Hebrew and Amoritish. I don't know. You guys try reading this out loud. It's not easy. Unless you've studied how to say each of these words, each of these places, good luck. And guess what? We still got about 5 more chapters of this. So strap yourselves in. I don't want you to die. I do wish you would be better. Please don't say be better. No man should say do better. Be better. I apologize. Your apology is accepted, but I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me because you're just going to do it again. I know you, Jalen. All right, chapter 16. Get ready. We got like 5 more chapters of this. Now we're doing Manasseh. So let's scroll up a little bit. Now we've already covered half of Manasseh on this side, Jordan, the tribe that wanted to stay on this side. Now we got to cover this half here. So we're about to explain the division of the land to half of the tribe of Manasseh over here, I think. That's what the top of the page says. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to wit, from Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. There was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families, for the children of Abiezer, and for the children of Helek, and for the children of Azriel, and for the children of Sechem, and for the children of Hepher, and for the children of Shemidah. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but daughters. And these are the names of the... Oh, remember, this is the guy that only had 5 daughters, and he died, and they're like, what do we get? And they said, well, you can have some land, but you're not allowed to marry anybody outside of your family. Pretty much is what they told him. These are the names of the daughters of Mahiah and Noah, Hogloth, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princess, saying, the Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brethren. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father. So, along with their father's brothers, they get a chunk of land because he did not have any sons. He only had 5 daughters. Beta! Where's my soundboard?
Beta!
And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh beside the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh had an inheritance among his sons, and the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Michmetah, and lieth before Shechem, and the border went along on the right hand unto the inhabitants of Intaphuah. Now Manasseh had the land of Tappuah, not Haktua, Tappuah, but Tappuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the coast descended unto the river Kana, southward of the river. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh also was on the north side of the river, and the outgoings of it were at the sea. So here's the sea, the north side of this river. This is the borders of Manasseh that we're talking about right now. Southward, it was Ephraim's, and northward, it was Manasseh's, and the sea is his border. And they met together in Asher on the north and in Issachar on the east. So here's Ephraim, there's Shechem, and there is on the north, Jezreel, Asher on the north, Ephraim and Dan on the south. Issachar on the north and Ephraim on the south. To the east is the Jordan, and then the other chunk of Manasseh land, and then to the west is the Mediterranean Sea. And Manasseh had in Issachar and in Asher Bethshean and her towns, and Ibleam and her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Endor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Taanach and her towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, even 3 countries. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. So some of these, there are still Canaanites living on this land in some places. So, like in Megiddo, there's still some Canaanites. In Dor, there's still some Canaanites living in these cities because they couldn't drive them out, which is odd. Yet it came to pass when maybe it's yet they haven't driven them out, but eventually they will. Maybe, I don't know. Yet it came to pass when the children of Israel were waxen strong, and they put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out. Okay, so once they got a little stronger, they eventually made all these people slaves. So, yeah. And the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot and one portion to inherit, seeing as I am the great people, forasmuch the Lord has blessed me hitherto? Basically, they're saying, yo, look how big our tribe is. We're of the children of Joseph, you know? We ain't no Benjamin or no Gad or no Reuben or no Judah. We're the tribe of Joseph. We need the most land. You got the most land. And Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, then get thee up to the wood country and cut down for thyself there in the land of Perizzites and of the giants. If Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. So if you want some more land, go up there and take that mountain with those giants on it and cut down some trees. And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us. And all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both they who are of Beth Shean and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine. For it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. In other words, quit crying. You got God on your side. He's going to fight the battle for you. Go take that hill. Go kill those giants. If you want it, take it. Chapter 18. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Oh, we're going to build a tabernacle now. We're taking a break from the land divisions. No, we're going to get some land divisions here. Benjamin and Simeon need their land. But first, we got to build a tabernacle. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Shiloh, and set up the tabernacle of the congregation there. And the land was subdued before them. And there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which had not yet received their inheritance. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, How long are ye slack to go to possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers has given you? In other words, Josh said, you haven't got your inheritance yet because you haven't gone and taken it. You want the land? Go get it. God's got your back. You can kill them all. He told you to do it. Biblical names are just classic sounding and manly. Yeah, but you got to know how to say them. I'm saying them goofy. I have a nephew named Isaiah and another named Ishmael. I like biblical names. Another named after Isaac as well. Bible names are based. Yeah, but some of these Bible names, well, Israel Bible names are pretty based, but some of these Canaanite names, I would not name my kid Beth Shean Zaph Peor Mith Pia. You know? Like, that's not, nobody trying to name their kid that. Go get your land, is what Joshua tells them. Give out from among you 3 men for each tribe, and I will send them, and they shall rise and go through the land and describe it according to the inheritance of them, and they shall come again to me. And they shall divide it into 7 parts. Judah shall abide in their coast on the south, and the house of Joseph shall abide in their coasts on the north. Ye shall therefore describe the land into 7 parts, and bring the description hither to me, that I may cast lots for you here before the Lord our God. But the Levites have no part among you, for the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. And Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance beyond Jordan on the east, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. And the men arose and went away, and Joshua charged them that went to describe the land, saying, Go and walk through the land and describe it, and come again to me. They're cartographers, and come again to me, that I may here cast lots for you before the Lord in Shiloh. And the men went and passed through the land and described it by cities into 7 parts in a book, and came again to Joshua to the host at Shiloh. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord, and there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions. And the lot of the tribe of the children of Benjamin came up according to their families, and the coast of their lot came forth between the children of Judah and the children of Joseph. So this is Benjamin. Ephraim is the land of Joseph, I guess. And also, okay, so Manasseh is not Joseph. No, Manasseh is Judah. No, Judah is Judah. Who's Manasseh? I don't know. Well, he had a lot of people, but Judah had the most people. But Benjamin is this little sliver in between Judah and Ephraim. But they got Jericho, Jerusalem. That's pretty based. And the children of Israel, children of Joseph, and their border on the north side was from Jordan, and the border went up to the side of Jericho on the north side, and went up through the mountains westward, and the goings out thereof were at the wilderness of Bethaven. And the border went over from thence toward Luz, to the side of Luz, which is Bethel, which is Bethel. So Bethel, I think, is what becomes Bethlehem. No, it's different. Bethel is here. Bethlehem is here. Southward, and the border ascended to Adaroth Adar, near the hill that lieth on the south side of the nether Beth Horon. And the border was drawn thence, and compassed the corner of the sea southward, from the hill that lieth before Beth Horon southward, and the goings out thereof were at Kirjath Baal, which is Kirjath Jearim, the city of the children of Judah. This was the west quarter. And the south quarter was from the end of Kirjath Jearim, and the border went out to the west and went to the well of waters of Nephtoah. And the border came down to the end of the mountain that lieth before the valley of the son of Hinnom, which is in the valley of the giants on the north, and descended to the valley of Hinnom to the side of Jebusi on the south, and descended to Enrogel, and was drawn from the north, and went forth to Enshemesh, and went forth toward Geliloth, which is over against the going up of Adamim, and descended to the stone of Boham, the son of Reuben, and passed along toward the side over against Arabah, northward, and went down to Arabah. And the border passed along to the side of Beth Hoglah, northward, and the outgoings of the border were at the north bay of the Salt Sea at the south end of the Jordan. This was the south coast. And Jordan was the border of it on the east side. This was the inheritance of the children of Benjamin by the coast thereof round about according to their families. Now the cities of the tribe of the children of Benjamin according to their families were, here we go, Jericho and Beth Hoglah in the valley of Keziz, and Beth Arabah, and Zemaraim, and Bethel, and Avim, and Para, and Oprah, and Chephar Ha Amoma. Holy cow. How many syllables is this? Chifar Ha Amonai. Chifar Ha Amonai. Ha Amon Amonai. Amonai. Chifar Ha Amonai. And Ophni and Gaba. That one's easy. 12 cities with their villages. Gideon and Ramah and Beeroth, and Mezpah, and Shepherah, and Mozah, and Rechem, and Irpai, and Taralah, and Zela, and Eleph, and Jebusai, which is Jerusalem, Gibeath, and Kirjath, 14 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Benjamin according to their families. I think we only got like 6 tribes left. Chapter 19. Where are we going to today? Dude, we could just finish Joshua today. Nah. We started at 13, so 6 chapters would be reading through 19. We're on 19 now. We're not dilly-dallying with this part. We need to just get through this because this is a tough read here. So let's just keep it going. Basically, you could walk across the whole country in less than a week. Looks bigger in that picture. Well, so these are more like states. Or they're not even like states. They're more like counties. Because really, all of this is like the country or the nation of Israel. Like the Dead Sea is pretty big. If we get a full map here, map of Middle East. The Red Sea Didn't we look this up? The Red Sea is not the same as the Dead Sea, right? Jordan City, Israel. I mean, it's still pretty much where Israel is today. Pretty close. Where? Asia and the Middle East. We also need a bit of Africa in here. Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, it's a whole country. It's not that different than it is today. Like, so look, it's pretty much the same. So see, from the borders with Egypt, just like the Bible's saying, this is the Jordan River. This little spot right here, it's not going to let me zoom in anymore, but this little spot right here is the Dead Sea. Here's the Mediterranean. Jordan, the Jordan River goes down here. So those tribes is like this chunk, but Israel is like the nation. Now this, if the colors are accurate, this little chunk of Israel right here is Saudi Arabia. Is this modern? Is this a modern map? Let's look at Google Earth. Yeah, this is way better. Let's do this. Okay, territories are not colored on this map, though. So this little cutout here, I think, is Saudi. which somehow they got a chunk of Jerusalem, which is probably why they have that wall. Where's the wall at? Probably to cut them off from the dang Saudis. And look at Gaza. So this is modern. This is right now. This is Israel. And it's pretty much the same as it's been since the book of Joshua. You know, there's Jericho. And still the Philistine land, which is now Palestine, was the Philistines. And here's Gaza. So when people say, like, this is why I said when the stuff with Israel and Palestine and the Gaza stuff started happening, I was like, I don't see why this is a big deal, because this has been happening forever. Forever. It's always been happening. Look, this chunk of land in the middle of Israel it's the same as it was in biblical times. You know? So of course there's going to be drama there. Israel's trying to take that chunk, you know? But yeah, it's a good chunk of land. You know, it's from here to here. You could not walk that in a day, but you probably could walk the land of Benjamin's land, which is this little chunk here. So on a modern map, and if this is Google Earth, we should be able to it would be something like, okay, just north of the Dead Sea. Here's Jericho. So Benjamin's land is like this chunk right here, because we got Jericho in there. Geba, Gilgal. Gilgal's not marked anymore on the map, but it's pretty much like this chunk of land right here. So it'd be like walking from Jerusalem to Bezriet. I don't know if you could walk that in a day. I need a scale. Browse Street View. There's a supermarket. Well, this is like a town. So Jerusalem, you probably could walk right down Highway 60. Let's see what it looks like if we go to terrain. We got mountains and stuff. Oh, we got some mountains. You'd be pretty much walking from Jerusalem up to like here. You could probably hit it. You could probably hit that. Look, there's Joshua's house. No, there's Benjamin's house. We zoomed in on Benjamin's house. There's a gym. There's a supermarket. You can get a wedding at this chapel. Look at this. Dude, that's sick. But then let's go look at Gaza. Ashdod, that's mentioned. It's all leveled. This is what's left of Gaza. No, we're not on Gaza. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Oh man, look how dense it is. Hold on, where are they? So they said they went from where are they dropping the bombs? On the north or the south? Dang, look how dense Gaza is. That building got hit. That building got hit right there. Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. I forgot. This is Bible time. I'm not trying to cuss. Where? Oh, here's the hospital. Let's see this. Oh, is this that? This is that little bay that they were. Look at these boats. Chilling. It's a nice hospital. It said Megiddo, 125 kilometers. So walking directly from city to city, 60 miles. You could walk. If you walked nonstop, you could do 60 miles in a day. I don't know how safe it would be. I don't know if I'd recommend walking through this section of the world. Oh, over here is where we... Oh, what are these, solar panels? What is this? Storage crates? Farms. This is like pre-bomb Gaza. Anyway, I digress. But look, it's not that much different than what the Bible's telling us. All right, let's do chapter 19. How is Josh out? Dude, Google Maps is fun. You've never played around on Google Maps? It's so fun. Especially once dude, I didn't even go into Street View. We could have started pretending we were walking down the street in Gaza. I could have fun on Google Maps for hours. Okay. And you could zoom out and you could see the globe Earth. It's pretty cool. All right, chapter 19. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. So this is Simeon within the inheritance of children. So Simeon's taken a big chunk out of Judah's land. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba and Sheba and Moladah and Hazar Shual and Baalah and Azem and Elolad and Bethuel and Hormah and Ziklag and Bethmarcaboth and Hazar Susa and Bethleb Aoth and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages. Ain, Rimmon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that were round about these cities, to Baal-ath-beer, and Ramath of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon, for the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore, the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. So this was too much land for Judah. So Simeon got a chunk of it. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun, according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was unto Sarid. Zebulun's right here. And their border went up toward the sea, and Maralah, and reached to Dabasheth, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam, and turned from Sarid eastward toward the sun rising unto the border of Chitlath Tabor, and then goeth out to Daberoth, and goeth up to Japhia. I don't know. Sometimes the shorter ones are tougher than the long ones. What am I talking about? They're all... Oh, chapter 19 is going to be rough. Let's get through chapter 19 and then we're done for today. And we only have 4 chapters left. Wait. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, we're supposed to stop at 18. We're doing 7 chapters today. That's all right. That's all right. Let's get through this. Let's get through this. 6 cities of refuge. Yeah, I think this chapter is going to wrap up all of it. All right. And from thence passeth on along the east coast of Gittah, Hefer, into Ittah, Kazin, and goeth out from Rimmon, Methoar to Neah, and the border compass it on the north side to Hanathon, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Jiphthael, and from Katath and Nahala and Shimron and Idalah and Bethlehem. I know that one. 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. And the 4th lot came out to Issachar, for the children of Issachar, according to their families. So now we're doing this little section here. And their border was toward Jezreel and Chesuloth and Shunem and Haphraim and Shihon and Anaharoth and Rabith and Kishion and Abez and Remeth and Inganim and Inhadah and Bethpazez. And the coast reacheth to Tabor and Shahizamah and Beth Shemesh. And the outgoings of the border were at Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the 5th lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families. Oh, they got some waterfront property. The Asher got a nice chunk. And their border was Helkath and Hali and Betin and Akshaph and Alamelech and Ahmad and Mishael, and reacheth to Carmel westward, and Shihor Libnath, and turneth toward the sunrising to Beth Dagon, and reacheth to Zebulun in the valley of Jiphthael, toward the north side of Bethemech and Neiel, and goeth out to Kabul on the left hand. Kabul's still a place, right? But it's spelled different now. And Hebron and Rehob and Haman and Kanah, even unto the great Zidon. And then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turneth to Hosah, and the outings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Akzib. Umah also, and Aphek and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali, according to their families. So they get this green chunk right here. They even got a little bit on the other side of, and they get Dan and Hazor. And their coast was from Heleph, from Elon to Zananim, and Adami, Nekeb, and Jabneel, unto Lakum, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. And then the coast turneth westward to Asnath Tabor, and goeth out from thence to Hukok, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and reacheth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sunrising. And the fenced cities are Zedim, Zer, and Hamath, Rakath, and Chinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and in Hazor, and Iron, and Migdalel, Horam, and Bethanath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. Where you at, Dan? There's Dan. Here's Dan over here, the last one. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. And the coast of their inheritance was Zorah and Eshtaol, and Irshemesh, and Shel-al-Abin, and Ajalon, and Jethlah, and Elon. Elon is spelled Elon, and Thimnathah, and Ekron, and Eltekeh, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Jehud, and Ben-Barak, and Gath-Rimmon, and Majakron, and Rakon, with the border before Japho. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua the son of Nun among them, according to the word. And also, just so you know, it's not the son of Nun. It's not None. It could be Noon, but I've always heard Joshua the son of Nun. It's Nun. His dad's name is Nun. It's not None. It's not like he doesn't have a dad. Because I used to hear Joshua the son of Nun, and I'm like, yeah, it's Nun. I used to hear Joshua the son of Nun, and I was like, wait, did Joshua not have a dad? No, it's this nonsense. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah and Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritance which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. And that's it for today. We got 4 chapters left. We're going to have a short Bible day tomorrow. We're just going to read the 4 chapters. We're going to finish Joshua tomorrow. I like to get to sleep kind of early on Friday so I can wake up and be fresh for VK, you know. Josh, that was a good one. Well, I think the last couple days were much more exciting. And then today we had to, it can't all be exciting. Sometimes you got to do the begets. Sometimes you got to read the blueprints of the tabernacle. Sometimes you got to, read 20 pages of laws about leakage, bodily fluid leakage. Sometimes, yeah, but the names were entertaining. I know. Somebody needs to clip that, make a clip of like some of the toughest, if you record it and then go through and clip the like craziest names, and just, I could make a short of me struggling on Bible city names. That would be pretty funny. But all right, tomorrow we're going to wrap it up. So his mom wasn't a nun? No, it's not. His dad's name was Nun. Hey, Jeff Bros. Shout out. Thank you for the $5, sir. I usually don't, I don't put my Cash App on the screen or ask for super chats or anything during the Bible study stuff, because it's just, I'm just reading the Bible and having fun with it. But I do appreciate it for sure. So, and pure transparency, all money donated to the channel is currently going towards building a new computer, because my laptop's not going to make it much longer, I don't think. And I can't play cool games with people until I build a new computer. So I'm not going to lie and tell you it's going towards the ministry. It's going towards All the channel money is going towards a new computer currently. But thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of want to clip. I want to go through and clip some of the craziest names and make like a 1-minute mashup of just me saying all these crazy names. That would be funny. All right. I'm tired, guys. Been working all night. I usually don't take any medicine unless you count beer as medicine. But I took ibuprofen last night twice for my back because I threw it out yesterday. And then I went to the gym this morning after work, and it was buys, tries, and back day. So I did some back stuff, which I thought I wasn't going to be able to do, but I was able to do it, and I actually feel a lot better now. It's weird if you go to the gym and then you miss a day. I think that's why I screwed up my back, because I missed like 2 days of the gym, and then I stretched weird at work. I did like I had to reach to the back of something. And so I was leaned down and I reached back at a weird angle, and I just felt like pop. I didn't feel a pop, but I just felt like a shock in my back. And then all night I was walking around, and I still feel it now. It's like, what is that? Like a sciatica or something right here in my back. And it was pretty bad when I woke up last night to go to work, but I took some ibuprofen, and it made it better. And then I went to the gym, and now I feel a lot better. So hopefully I don't wake up tonight and like it hurts again, but I got some ibuprofen, so it'd be all right. But I'm gonna go, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we will wrap up Joshua. That's pretty cool. We got through all of Joshua in 1 week. I gotta do it. I gotta come on. Some Fridays I don't do the Bible stuff Friday mornings, but we gotta do it tomorrow because we only got 4 chapters. Knock out all of Joshua in 1 week. Next week, I think we can do Judges and Ruth in 1 week next week. So that'll be cool. Judges is cool. We get Samson. I've done a show on Samson before. So I know the Samson story well. I know the story of Simpson very well. He used to be one of my favorite characters in the Bible until I realized how beta he was. He was very strong physically, but you know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, dang old Delilah. That was her name, right? Delilah? That was his girl? Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, let me find somebody to send you over to. Dang old Delilah. She got lie in her name. Samson. Delilah. She's the lie. He's children of the lie. Children of Delilah. Joel's live. You want to go to Joel? Okay. I haven't sent anybody to Joel this week. We could go over to Joel. We did Angry Conservative yesterday, so we'll hit up Joel today. Tell Joel, shout out from JS, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Friday night, we got the Friday night all night. So let's get it. God bless. Have a good one. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you later. Peace.